Money laundering risks in non-bank financial services. Question number 1. What is the role of an agent in operations of an MSB? To carry out services on behalf of MSB such as fund transfers. Which of the Question number 2. Which of the following features are often associated with high risk insurance products? Select 3. Products facilitating ease of policy transfer or an assignment, high policy anonymity granted during enrollment, products involving complex financial instruments or derivatives. Which of the following are true characteristics of small dollar transactions in the context of money laundering? Select 3. They can easily bypass reporting thresholds. They are frequently used to avoid detection by financial institutions. They complicate efforts to trace the origin of money. A bank is considering establishing a relationship with a small MSB that primarily serves as immigrant community. The MSB operates from a single location and offers check cashing, money transfers, and currency exchange. Which factor is most critical in the bank's due diligence? Answer is verifying that the MSB has implemented sufficient AML CFT controls despite its small size. Question number 5. Which of the following are potential red flags when identifying suspicious activity involving virtual currencies? Select 3. High frequency, low value transactions in quick succession, unusual transactions that are inconsistent with the account's transaction history, accounts globally accessible with limited identification requirements. Which of the following are examples of prepaid access products? Reloadable gift cards, traveler's checks, payroll cards. Question number 7. Which of the following are methods of money laundering via money service businesses? Select 3. Exploiting prepaid access cards, converting cash into wire accounts, wire transfers, structuring transactions. Question number 8. Which of the following are suspicious indicators in global securities transaction? Correct answer. Frequent use of nominee accounts with unclear beneficiaries, repeated wire transfers to high risk offshore jurisdictions. Question number 9. A brokerage firm conducts wire transfers to multiple jurisdictions and maintains accounts as nominees or trustees. Which compliance strategy challenge is most critical to address money laundering risk in this scenario? Correct answer is enhancing customer due diligence process. Question number 10. Why is the insurance sector considered vulnerable to financial crimes such as money laundering? Correct answer is large premium payouts and early withdrawal features are often used to mask money movements. Question number 11. Why are small dollar transactions attractive to money launderers? Because it can be easier to conceal the origin of illicit funds, and smaller amounts can make reporting threshold easier to circumvent. Which of the following are risk factors for money laundering in the securities industry? International nature of the industry and speed of transactions. Question number 13. What is one characteristic of annuities that can be exploited for money laundering? Correct answer is flexibility in making lump sum deposits and early withdrawals. Question number 14. Which of the following are vulnerabilities within the insurance sector that can be exploited by criminals? Correct answer is policies with early withdrawal options, policies offering high premiums with limited scrutiny. A financial institution notices the following activity in a customer's account: A series of small cash deposits made into a prepaid card account, rapid withdrawals of almost the entire balance following each deposit. The account holder uses ATMs located in multiple geographic locations within a short time frame. Which of the following is the most likely concern regarding the activity? That is, the account is being used to avoid financial reporting threshold. Which of the following features are commonly associated with the prepaid cards? They can be used internationally in some cases. They often include reloadable options for users. They can be used without a linked bank account. Question number 17. What aspects might indicate higher money laundering risks in the insurance? Large cash payments used to fund policy premium, policies with substantial investment components, ease of naming foreign beneficiaries. What does the security industry's ability to conduct free of payment asset transfers increase its exposure to money laundering? It allows securities to be moved without a corresponding transfer of funds. Question number 19. A regulatory audit finds that a small MSB has been consistently processing transactions for its customers just below the reporting threshold without adequate documentation. What is the most likely explanation for this activity? Answer is a deliberate attempt to evade regulatory scrutiny through structuring. Which of these statements is correct regarding retail broker dealers and anti-money laundering efforts? They are involved in identifying unusual patterns in customer behavior. Which of the following are common methods of money laundering via MSBs? Transferring small amounts to avoid reporting thresholds, using fake identification to conduct transfers, structuring transactions. Which of the following are common type of MSBs? Money transmitters and currency exchanges. An international brokerage firm operates in a competitive, commission-driven environment, processes free of payment transactions and allows nominee accounts. To reduce money laundering risks, which strategy should be prioritized? Establish robust CDD programs and monitor suspicious transactions. Which of the following are methods of money laundering through securities? Trading above or below market value and offsetting transactions. Which of the following are features of insurance products considered to be at higher risk of money laundering? Higher upper limit for funds held within the policy, customer control over underlying investments, and flexibility to manage and transfer assets. Which of the following are high risk factors for money laundering in the securities industry? International nature of transactions, ability to convert holdings to cash with minimal loss, and speed of transactions. Why are credit card accounts rarely used at the initial placement stage of money laundering? The credit card industry generally restricts cash payments. Question number 28. Which feature is commonly associated with high money laundering risk insurance products? Flexibility to transfer assets within the policy. Question number 29. What is the one vulnerability of life insurance products regarding financial crime? Criminals can use single premium policies to move large sum of money. Which statement accurately describes the relationship between financial inclusion and MSB services? MSBs provide valuable financial services to underserved populations at lower cost than traditional banks, supporting financial inclusion while requiring appropriate AML controls. Which of the following are potential risk factors associated with prepaid cards? Anonymous access to funds, use as a substitute for bulk cash smuggling, global access to cash through ATMs. Question number 32. The compliance officer of a securities firm notices that a client frequently requests security transactions funded by large wire transfers from multiple jurisdictions, followed by rapid liquidation of holdings. How should the compliance officer respond? Conduct further investigation because the behavior aligns with suspicious activity indicators. Question number 33. What is one of the greatest vulnerabilities of the securities industry to money laundering? Ease of converting holdings to cash without significant loss of principal. Which of the following vulnerabilities in insurance sector are exploited for money laundering? Lack of robust customer identification measures, use of complex investment-linked insurance products, inadequate monitoring of large cash transactions. Question number 35. What operational similarity do prepaid cards share with debit cards? Both draw from a specified amount of deposited funds rather than a credit line. Question number 36. Which of the following is a key characteristic of prepaid cards compared to traditional debit cards? They allow users to preload funds without requiring a linked bank account. How do principals of MSBs interact with their agents? By delegating certain activities such as fund transfers to their agents. Question number 38. Why are small dollar transactions often associated with money laundering? They attract the attention from law enforcement and regulators.